Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at artificial intelligence.
AI.
Yeah, AI. It's everywhere these days, but also kind of feels like it's straight out of sci-fi.
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of it does seem very futuristic.
Exactly. So today we're going to try to sort it all out. What is AI really all about?
What are the real-world impacts?
Where is it going, and what does it mean for all of us?
Big questions.
Huge questions. But hopefully we can break it all down in a way that's easy to understand.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. How do we even define artificial intelligence?
Well, at its heart, AI is all about machines doing things that normally need like human smarts.
Okay.
Things like learning, problem solving, even being creative in a way.
So, like, are we talking robots, writing poetry, debating philosophy, that kind of thing?
Well, not quite yet, at least. It's important to remember there are different types of AI.
Oh, right. Different types.
Like we have general AI, which is that super intelligent kind you see in movies. But then there's specific AI, which is more what we have today.
So what's the difference?
Specific AI is good at one particular thing, like recommending a product or, recognizing faces.
Like self-driving cars would be specific AI then.
Exactly. They're programmed for that one task, navigating roads, making decisions based on all the data they take in.
Makes sense. But they can't, like, write a symphony or something.
Not yet, anyway.
Okay, I get it. So what are the big goals for AI then? What are people hoping to achieve with this technology?
Well, there are a few big ones. One is to make computers that can actually perceive the world like humans do.
Like see, hear, feel.
Yep, all of that. Imagine a machine that truly understands its environment and can react to it.
Whoa, that is wild. So are we talking like computers that could have senses like ours?
Well, we're not quite there yet, but fields like computer vision and natural language processing are making huge strides.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff.
Okay, so what other goals are on the AI horizon?
Another big one is creating something called expert systems.
Expert system.
These are AI that are like super knowledgeable in one area. They
Okay.
can learn from tons of data, apply that knowledge, and even give advice or make decisions.
So like an AI doctor that could diagnose you.
Exactly. That's one possibility. And of course, the ultimate dream for some is to make AI that's as smart as a human.
As smart as a human.
Yeah, basically replicate human intelligence
Wonderful.
completely. But that's obviously super complex ethically and in every way you can think of.
Yeah, that's like stepping into uncharted territory for sure. But okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about how AI is already in our lives.
Oh, yeah, it's not all just future dreams.
Right.
It's already having a big impact, often in ways we don't even realize. Let's start with something everyone uses: social media.
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine the AI behind all that.
Exactly. AI manages billions of profiles, analyzes all that data to spot trends, and then personalizes your feed.
Oh, so that's how my feed seems to know exactly what I'm interested in.
Pretty much. It's both impressive and maybe a little creepy how good it is.
A little creepy for sure.
Yeah.
But okay, so what else?
Well, think about e-commerce. AI recommends products, personalizes your shopping experience, even changes prices in real time.
Whoa, so AI is like the puppet master of online shopping.
In a way, yeah. It's constantly learning, trying to make the whole experience smoother and more, yeah, tailored to you.
Wow, and this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, absolutely. We have AI in transportation too, like with self-driving cars and smarter traffic systems.
Yeah, self-driving cars are mind-blowing. I can't believe they're actually becoming a reality.
They are, and it brings up all these questions about safety regulations, the whole future of transportation, really.
Totally. And what about education?
AI is shaking things up there too. Think about AI tutors adapting to how each student learns personalized instruction, real-time feedback.
Wow, so AI could really revolutionize education.
Definitely. There are already robots like Ozobot and Cublets that teach kids coding and problem solving.
Oh, wow, I've heard of those.
And then there's Lego Mindstorms, which lets kids build and program their own robots. It's all about creativity and hands-on learning.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So kids are growing up with AI as part of how they learn. That's crazy to think about.
it is. And speaking of pushing boundaries, AI is also making big progress in robotics.
Oh, yeah, robots. This is where it gets really futuristic.
We're going beyond robots that just do the same thing over and over.
Okay.
Now we have robots that can learn from experience, adapt to new situations. There are even humanoid robots like Erica and Sophia that can hold conversations.
Robots having conversations. That's both cool and kind of scary.
It is fascinating. It really makes you question what intelligence even is.
Yeah, for sure. Feels like we're at the very beginning of a whole new way for humans and machines to interact.
Exactly. And we need to be careful and thoughtful about how we move forward with all this.
That's a good point. It's not just about the cool tech, but also the ethics and implications.
Right. We need to make sure AI is used for good and doesn't cause harm.
This is already so much to think about.
I-
And I feel like we've only scratched the surface.
Oh, yeah, there's so much more to discuss.
But before we go too far, let's focus on the positives for a bit. How is AI actually making our lives better?
Well, one big advantage is increased efficiency and productivity.
I mean, just think about how much we rely on our digital assistants now.
Exactly. It's like having a personal assistant in your pocket. They're getting more and more advanced all the time.
Yeah, it's amazing. And what other advantages are there?
AI can also help reduce errors in lots of fields.
Yeah.
Because they work with algorithms and data, they can often be more accurate than humans.
Less human error. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Especially in things like healthcare or finance, where accuracy is so important.
Absolutely. And on top of that, AI is amazing at problem solving. It can analyze mountains of data spot patterns we might miss and come up with solutions super fast.
So it's like having a superpowered brain working alongside us.
You could say that. This could change everything from scientific research to medicine to engineering.
This is all sounding pretty positive. It seems like AI could solve some of humanity's biggest problems.
It has that potential, but of course, there are concerns too, things we need to be cautious about as AI keeps developing.
Right. And that's what we'll dig into in the next part of our deep dive.
Exactly. We'll explore the other side of the coin, those potential downsides of AI that we need to be aware of.
Okay, I'm ready to face the darker side of AI. But for now, let's leave it on a positive note.
Sounds good. We've covered a lot of ground already, but there's still much more to come.
That's right, folks. So stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive into artificial intelligence. We'll be back after a short break.
All right, so we're back. And, before the break, we were talking about all the amazing things AI can do.
The potential is pretty mind-blowing.
It is. But like with any powerful tool, there's always another side to consider.
Right, the potential downsides.
Hmm.
What are some of the things we need to be cautious about with AI?
Well, one of the big ones is how it might affect jobs. As AI gets smarter, it can do more and more tasks that humans used to do.
That's the whole robots taking our jobs thing.
Right.
I always thought that was kind of sci-fi, but it's starting to feel more real.
It's definitely a valid concern. And it's something we need to be talking about now because it's not just factory jobs or cashiers.
Yeah, where else could AI have an impact?
Well, think about fields like law, finance, even medicine. AI could potentially change those too.
So what do we do about that? Do we try to stop AI from progressing? That doesn't seem very realistic.
You're right, stopping progress isn't the answer. We need to adapt and evolve alongside AI.
Okay, so what does that look like?
It might mean retraining people for new jobs, rethinking our education systems, and maybe even coming up with new economic models.
Wow, that sounds like a huge shift for society.
It is, but it's a shift we need to prepare for. And then there's the potential for misuse.
Oh, you mean like AI turning evil and taking over the world?
Haha, not quite that dramatic, but there is a real concern that AI could be used for harmful purposes.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Right.
Like, what are some examples?
Well, think about autonomous weapon systems or AI-powered surveillance that could be used to invade people's privacy.
That is scary stuff. It feels like we need some serious rules and ethical guidelines to prevent that kind of thing.
Absolutely. Ethics are super important with AI. We need to make sure it's developed and used responsibly.
So that means safeguards to prevent misuse and unintended consequences.
Exactly. And that takes collaboration between governments, researchers, industry leaders, everyone, really.
It's a lot of responsibility. But what about us regular people? Do we have a role to play in all of this?
Absolutely. It's easy to feel powerless, but we're not. AI is a tool, and how it's used depends on us, too.
So what can we do as individuals to make sure AI is used for good?
First, stay informed. Read about AI, listen to podcasts like this one. The more you understand, the better equipped you'll be.
So knowledge is power even in the age of AI.
Exactly. And be mindful of the data you share online and with AI devices. Understand how it's being used and support companies that are responsible with your data.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that all those personalized experiences online come at a cost.
Right. Our data is what fuels AI.
Yeah.
And as it becomes more integrated into our lives, data privacy is only going to become more important.
That's a good point. So what else can we do?
Well, you can support organizations and initiatives that are promoting ethical AI development.
Like donating to research groups or advocating for policies that put ethics first.
Exactly. Your voice and your actions can make a real difference.
It's good to know we're not just along for the ride. We can actually help shape the future of AI.
Absolutely. The future isn't set in stone. It's something we're creating right now through the choices we make.
It's crazy to think about how AI is forcing us to rethink what it means to be human, you know?
It really is. If machines can learn, solve problems, even create art, what does that say about us?
Right. What makes us unique?
It's a big question. And while AI is amazing, it still doesn't have that emotional depth, empathy, or complex social understanding that humans do.
So those human qualities like compassion are even more important in a world with AI.
I think so. Those qualities are what will set us apart in a future where AI can do so many things.
It makes you think about how important it is to teach those skills to future generations, you know?
I agree completely. We need to find a balance, embrace AI's potential, but also hold on to what makes us human.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation. It's clear that AI is a powerful force, and the choices we make now will determine its future.
You said it. The future of AI is in our hands. We need to guide its development and make sure it benefits humanity.
Well said. This deep dive has given me so much to think about. What's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
Remember that the future of AI is not set in stone. It's something we're creating right now.
So we all have a role to play.
Exactly. Stay informed, stay engaged, and be a part of shaping a future where AI serves humanity.
I love that. It's a call to action for all of us. Thanks for this incredible deep dive into the world of AI.
It's been my pleasure.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on the deep dive. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those questions coming. Until next time. We've talked about how AI could change things both good and bad, but I'm still trying to picture what a future with AI actually looks like. It's tough.
It is a bit like predicting the future, right? So many things could happen.
Right. So many unknowns.
Yeah,
But one thing's for sure, AI is going to keep advancing super fast.
definitely. We're just getting started, really.
So more mind-blowing stuff is coming. What are researchers working on right now?
One exciting area is AI that can actually understand and respond to human emotions.
Really?
Yeah. Imagine AI that can offer emotional support or AI therapists helping people with mental health.
Wow, that's incredible. AI could revolutionize mental health care.
It's definitely a possibility. There's also a lot of work on AI that can learn and adapt in real time, just like humans do.
So AI is becoming more human-like all the time. Does that mean it'll eventually become more intelligent than us?
That's the big question, isn't it? And there's no easy answer. AI has come so far, but human intelligence is incredibly complex.
What ways?
Well, we have deep understanding of the world and nuanced social skills, and we can think abstractly and creatively. AI's still figuring all that out.
So humans still have the edge for now.
I'd say we have a different kind of edge, one that complements AI.
Mhm.
Humans are good at things like critical thinking, empathy, problem solving in unpredictable situations.
Okay.
AI is great at processing tons of data, spotting patterns, doing tasks really precisely.
So it's about finding ways for humans and AI to work together.
Exactly. It's not about one replacing the other. It's about both working together to make things better.
I like that. That's a more optimistic way to look at it. But what if things go wrong? What if AI doesn't live up to the hype? Or even worse, what if it's used for bad stuff?
Those are valid concerns, and we can't ignore the risks. That's why ethics in AI are so crucial.
What do you mean?
We need strong regulations, safety measures, open discussions about how to make sure AI is used responsibly.
So it's not just about the technology itself, but how we manage it and the values we build into it.
Exactly. We need to be proactive, not just react after something happens.
So we all have a responsibility here, not just the experts.
Definitely. We can all advocate for responsible AI support organizations doing good work and make smart choices about the AI we use every day.
This has been such a thought-provoking deep dive.
Yeah.
It really makes you realize AI isn't just some far-off thing. It's already changing our world, and it's only going to get more powerful.
It is. And it's up to us to make sure it's a force for good, to create a future where technology helps humanity, not hurts it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. As we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away?
I'd say remember this, the future of AI is not set in stone. We're all shaping it right now with the choices we make.
That's a powerful message.
Yeah.
Be informed, be engaged, and help build a future where AI is a force for good.
Couldn't agree more.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for this incredible conversation about AI. It's given us all a lot to think about.
It's been my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time.